Welcome to the Maritime Risk Podcast, brought to you by Shoreline Limited, the provider of innovative marine insurance solutions for the shipping industry. Our purpose is to explore the evolving risks within the maritime industry, including environmental, geopolitical, socio-economic, and security threats such as cyber attacks, war, and terrorism, as well as the more traditional accidents, navigational and operational incidents, and other causes of business disruption. We'll speak with experts to help you prepare for the unexpected and navigate the complex world of the ever-evolving maritime risk environment.
Welcome to Shoreline's Maritime Risk Podcast. I'm your host, Captain Thomas Brown, and today I'm once again excited to share more insights into our newest marine insurance product, MARPOL Detention Cost Insurance. By way of a quick recap of our last podcast episode when we introduced MDCI, MDCI fills a gap which may arise in a ship owner's P&I cover when faced with allegations of MARPOL, APS or PWSA violations in the US. To be clear, this new coverage is not designed to reward or encourage improper conduct. Quite the opposite. When drafting the policy wording, we were super mindful of matters of public policy and moral hazard. Consequently, the intention behind this new product innovation is to protect the rights and liberties of seafarers and indemnify the often significant additional legal and operational expenditure associated with these cases in the US. What would such a loss scenario look like in practice? Your vessel is targeted in an expanded US Coast Guard port state control inspection. Its port departure clearance is withheld. Your company's reputation is at risk. Unforeseen legal and operation bills start piling up. And then various members of your crew are not allowed to remain on board and are functionally detained ashore for an indeterminate period of time. Your MDCI policy would be triggered and you and your crew would be covered for costs relating to the initial shipboard inspection and the associated legal expenses incurred to secure the evidence needed to underpin the witness testimony of your officers and crew. And thereafter, their accommodation costs ashore, the very best individual legal representation, total wages and repatriation are also covered, ensuring they are not left stranded without the requisite legal and psychological support needed in times of extreme duress. As an MDCI insured, your policy also acts as a legal retainer with Challis & Co, meaning you can lock in rates for your case-related legal expenses that fall outside of this coverage at a significant discount to their standard rates. Turning now to the policy limit, MDCI provides US $1 million of coverage per vessel, per event, and in the annual aggregate. For fleet entries, we must apply an annual fleet limit of $3 million. And whilst these limits are generous, sub-limits do apply to certain heads of loss. Premiums are inexpensive and are calculated against factors including vessel type, size, US voyage exposure, crew nationality, operator domicile, monthly salaries, and any previous loss history you may have. For Shoreline clients, MDCI can be added to their existing insurance cover with Shoreline for a very modest deposit premium. Of course, cover is also available to clients new to Shoreline. And if you're interested in securing this new cover, you may route your inquiries through your preferred marine insurance broker, or you can apply directly with Shoreline. So to conclude, MDCI is an essential new insurance for those faced with allegations of MARPOL, APS and PWSA violations in the US. Unfortunately, these cases are as prevalent today as they were 20 years ago. It could happen to you, but now you no longer need to face these charges alone. Comprehensive insurance protection is now available to you and your crew. If you're interested in understanding more about the MDCI policy, why not reach out to Shoreline or email me directly at tbrown@shoreline.bm. Stay tuned for our next episode when we speak with George Challis of Challis & Co to explore MARPOL investigations further and better understand how their timely legal intervention can create better outcomes for all concerned. So, until next time, I'd like to wish a safe passage to all of our listeners and thank you once again for listening.
Thank you for listening to the Maritime Risk Podcast, brought to you by Shoreline Limited. We hope this episode has shed some light on the diverse and complex risks facing the maritime industry today. We would like to thank our sponsor, Maritime Insurance Solutions Limited, for their invaluable support in making this podcast possible. To access more episodes of our podcast series, visit our website at www.shoreline.bm. Remember, in the ever-changing world of maritime risk, preparation is key. Until next time, fair winds and following seas.